What's up, everybody? My name is Kim, and I am the creative director here at the Core Family. And I am joined by the one and only Roynell Gums, who is the creator, founder, and master fitness coach of the Core Family. Hey, Roy, how you doing?
Hey guys, how y'all feeling today?
Good, good. So, today's video is going to be about outworking poor diets. Now, I thought this was a great topic when Roy brought it up because right
Totally.
now it's January, it's resolution time. Everybody thinks they can still eat junk food and just work out and get to their goal. So, I thought this was like the perfect topic to talk about today. So, I thought to kind of kick things off, a good first question would kind of be like, a typical question somebody might ask, not a question directly from me, but if I work out frequently, do I still have to eat healthy?
Um, that's a great question, Kim. And I used to think not. So I used to think not. So like, yo, I could eat whatever I want to work. I could eat whatever I wanted to eat and not worry about anything about me gaining fat while I worked out ridiculously 4 or 5 times a week. As I got older into my mid 30s, I realized that was a lie.
Yeah,
First, healthy nutrition should be foremost on any workout or exercise program. It should
definitely.
be health and nutrition first. Um, I'll go into the why and why not you shouldn't or you should care about why what you should eat, but mostly as you get older and even when you're young, everything you eat you take on into your body on a cellular level.
Hmm.
And so, whether it be nasty or food that's not unnutritious or non nutritious, or food nutritious to you. So, depending on what you take in on a cellular level on a consistent degree, you're going to either build or destroy your body in that manner.
Yes. So then I guess that kind of leads me into my next question. What are some common misconceptions that people think comes to mind when um, people say eating healthy and they're still doing something wrong? What are some common misconceptions with eating
Okay,
healthy?
one of those misconceptions is like, hey, eating basically a lot of food when you're eating healthy. If you're so-called eating healthy, which basically just entails you getting the proper nutrition for your body to build and maintain a muscle. If you're doing a program, like you have to know exactly what your goals are and exactly what you're working for. If you're obese or a very heavy person and you're working for, let's say, to lose weight, you have to be in a basically continuous caloric deficit.
Hmm.
You understand? So you have to basically have to be in a phase where your body is continuously burning fat and basically everything else except muscle.
So then kind of put that into layman's term for people who might not know what that means. So like
Okay, let
what
me
are they
put this into
eating?
layman's terms. If you're a bigger person or obese person and you're actually trying to lose weight and on a healthy in a healthy way instead of these fad crash and different diets and these
Mhm.
fad diets, you would want to just eat healthy, nutritious meals, say with your vegetables and fruits and different healthy options throughout the day continuously, say 5 to 6 times proportionally. So you're trying
Definitely.
to have a, a hand a little bit bigger than hand sized meals throughout the day to burn to keep your metabolism high. The goal is for you to keep feeding your body while consistently burning.
So
You're gonna be
smaller
a little
meals more times during the day.
Yes, ma'am. You're going to be a little hungry, of course, but that's what being in the caloric deficit is.
So then another, I think, a misconception, because I know I thought it for a little while, was I have to go strictly no carbs. Like I can eat protein and my vegetables, but like no carbs at all. Like I think
No,
that's a common
it's
misconception.
okay. With that, with that is, I love that because you have a lot of people who don't even care about the carbohydrate intake or understand the simple or complex carbs. Um, Me, as far as carbohydrate intake and what you should be doing as far as to try to get to a certain weight, it all depends on on two things really. Your background as far as your family and I'm sorry, like your genealogical history.
Genealogy.
uh, yeah,
Genealogy.
your genealogy, whether you have diabetes and things like that,
Yes.
because that plays a huge role in that.
Yeah.
All right. And at your activity level, because a lot of times turns into simple sugar if you don't exercise.
Especially now that everybody's staying home more, working from
Yes,
home,
ma'am.
sitting down
Yes,
a
ma'am.
lot.
So I do eat carbs, but I only say it if I want to get a sandwich or eat rice. I only do it on the days or the day before I work out, do a very strenuous workout.
So basically, you have to think about the times when you are eating carbs. It doesn't mean that all carbs are just bad for you, but you have to
Nah,
be
not at all.
smart.
Not only do you have to think about the times you have to eat carbs, you have to think about what type of carbs they are. And if you're going to actually work out to get the carbs out your system, out your bloodstream, instead of having it just sit there and collect as fat deposit spots in your body.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay, so
So
that's one of the whys and why not to eat carbs, and why we sometimes a lot of people do eat carbs.
yeah.
That in
And
the
I
know.
and I think this kind of goes along with misconceptions, but we could sit here and probably talk for days about common misconceptions that
Totally,
people have.
totally.
But what are your thoughts on cheat meals? And I'm a full person who believes in giving yourself a little bit of grace every once in a while. Like, you've been working hard for a
Okay,
whole week and go have whatever you want to eat. But what are your thoughts on cheat
so
meals?
I approach cheat meals the same way I approach my carbohydrate intake. Um, the American Heart Association says that people should get 150 minutes worth of cardio activity per week to stay healthy, and 75 minutes worth of anaerobic
Per week?
per week to stay healthy and to stay within the range of you're not actually dying and you're actually burning fat.
Yeah.
For me, I feel that that's great, but I take it up a notch just so I can have my cheat meals. Right. So some of those days I try to actually do at least 250 to 300 minutes of cardio per week, and probably vamp that up to 150 minutes of anaerobic activity, just so probably two of those days out the week I can have a cake or an extra cookie, little things like that, but
Yeah.
not too much. As especially as a black male, I have high blood pressure and diabetes that runs in my family, so
Mhm.
I have to watch my sugar intake. No matter if I work out and burn it off, I still can't take in as an more than I can actually burn out or
Yeah, you still have to watch it
expenditure. Yeah.
regardless of how much you're working out. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Totally.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
then
my
the other side of cheat meals would be like you're talking about having like a piece of cake or cookies or whatever. I know some people are like, "Oh, my cheat meal is I'm going to go to McDonald's or Burger King, a fast food restaurant." What do you think
okay.
about that?
Okay. Okay. With those, death. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say it like that, but I'm sorry. Like with certain foods, even with sweet or cheap meals, even with certain sweets or complex sugars that break down funny in your body, or that
Processed
makes your
foods essentially.
yes, ma'am. Um, you remember, whatever you eat, you take in on a cellular level. Some fast foods like McDonald's, Wendy's, and all these, most of these fast food locations and spots have no nutrition content. So it's just something to make your body feel full. And it actually does more harm than good, or does more harm than anything else. So you're just basically at a caloric deficit when you're eating it. You're just feeling full.
So when people are thinking of cheat meals, if they're going to do a cheat meal, it should essentially be like oh, I'm gonna have more rice today or something like that.
Yeah,
Not
hello,
go straight for fast
totally
food.
perfect. That's right, Kim.
Right.
That's
Okay.
right. That would be a great cheat meal. A little bit more of something that you already know that you shouldn't be having too much of.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Totally.
I think to kind of go back to the title of this video, outworking poor diets, because I've seen the quote a bunch of times, is you can't outwork a poor diet. I just want to have like kind of to wrap it up, what your thoughts as a personal
Okay.
trainer and somebody who helps people not just with working out but with their nutrition, your
Yes,
thoughts
yes,
on outworking
ma'am.
a poor diet.
To outwork a poor diet is an impossibility. You have to understand your body, you have to understand your history, and you have to work to make yourself or you better on a cellular level.
Yep.
You have to really be aware of the triggers in food and how your body reacts to them.
And it's
For
actually, I
me,
wanted to stop you for 1 second. It's good that you brought up triggers with food because if you guys don't already know, on thecorefamily.com, we have the 14-day bulletproof gut challenge, which talks about listening to
food
your
triggers.
body when
Yes,
with
yes,
food,
ma'am.
stuff like that. So I just wanted to point that out there. If you guys haven't checked that out, go to thecorefamily.com. Anyway, continue.
Yes, ma'am. And so remember, I just really want to wrap this up by saying aerobic, the difference between anaerobic and anaerobic energy. I love to put that in any of my videos or any of my training, anything I do to make people understand if you want to eat bad or if you eating a little bad, that's okay. You could work it out by doing a little bit more than you did previously. But it has to be an understanding of what anaerobic energy is or anaerobic activity and aerobic activity and what it does for your heart and what it does for your cardiovascular system and how you introduce it to your system after you've so-called eaten bad.
Yeah.
So outworking a poor diet is not a possibility, something that you would like to go down the road of, because most times it actually leads it actually leads to death. No
Yeah.
lie. Like when a person gets to their 40s or even earlier now with all the diseases around, it starts to have the onset of high blood pressure, diabetes, and a bunch of other obesity and poor diet related eating habit diseases.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
at the end of the day, people think it's hard to eat healthy and all this stuff. But if you're making it a lifestyle, you don't have to outwork a poor diet. You just have to
Totally.
live your life. So
That's
I
right.
think
You
that
just
instead
have
of
to
taking the
tweak.
easy way
It's all
out,
about us tweaking. All about
exactly.
us. I'm sorry. All about us tweaking little ways that we approach life and eat and live.
Exactly. Exactly. So, guys, you can't outwork a poor diet. It just can't happen.
Doesn't
Are
happen.
there any closing words from you, Roy, before we close it out?
Um, in closing, please check out the next video we got coming up. We got the Core Crunch Challenge. So check that, guys. We're gonna put up a Core Crunch Challenge in about a week, and you guys gonna love that. And go to our website and check out all the new content.
All right, guys, that's it from us for today. If you like this video, of course, like, subscribe, share it, and let us know any questions that you might have, and we might talk about it in a future video. All right, guys, we will see you on the next video.